right, the time is 7:30. I'll call this regular scheduled meeting of the mayor and council to order. Councilman Sabag has to do some testing tonight. I promised him I would get him out. So today is October 28, 2013. All members of the mayor and council are present. Tonight, first on our agenda, we have the invocation. Instead of an invocation tonight, although no one has passed away and they're not close to death, I don't want to start that rumor. Wayne Odom, the longest serving council member, is in the hospital. He's having to have a pacemaker put in. So I'm going to have a moment of reflection for Mr. Odom. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. Now for tonight's announcements. October 28th through November 1st, that's today, through the end of the week, there'll be advanced voting for the November 5th general election. Advanced voting is held here at City Hall Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On November 1st, we'll have a blood drive in the community room from 1:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. To learn more about blood donation opportunities, visit www.redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. On November 5th, we'll have a general election here for the City Council. Voting will occur in the City Hall Community Room from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. November 10th, you can watch a rebroadcast of this council meeting on Comcast Channel 25 at 6:30 p.m. November 11th, we'll have a regular scheduled council meeting, a 6:30 p.m. work session, and a 7:30 p.m. meeting. November 12th, the Snellville Days Committee will meet at 6 p.m. in the Betty B. McMichael Room at Briscoe Park. And also on November 12th, we'll have a Board of Appeals meeting with a 7 o'clock p.m. work session and a 7:30 p.m. meeting here at City Hall. Now for the pledge to the flag, we have Pack 577, Boy Scout Pack 577 with us, and we also have Miss Linsky's government classes with us from South Gwinnett High School. If y'all would come forward and lead us in the pledge to the flag. Guys, if the meeting doesn't run too late, you're welcome to come up here on the bench after the meeting's over. Now for our ceremonial matters. A couple weeks ago, I missed this. Councilman Sabag was able to attend, and I was sorry I wasn't, so I wanted to do a proclamation marking this special occasion here in the city of Snellville. This is Proclamation 2013-22. It's Snellville United Methodist Church's 130th anniversary. Whereas Snellville United Methodist Church was founded in 1883 by the Methodist Conference and has always been located at the same location on Main Street, providing for a place of worship and refuge for Snellville residents. Whereas in 2013, Snellville United Methodist Church celebrated its 130th anniversary. Whereas Snellville United Methodist Church has been an integral part of the history of the city of Snellville and has been a vibrant source for good that endures to this day. Whereas the present church has over 3,000 members, is led by Senior Pastor Jim Cantrell, and offers many different ministries, including youth groups, addiction counseling, child care, and job networking that touch the lives of people throughout our community. Whereas our entire community has benefited from the influence that Snellville United Methodist Church has exerted through the years. Whereas the congregation of the Snellville United Methodist Church continues to be active, enthusiastic, and influential members of our community. And whereas it is my pleasure to issue this proclamation as an expression of my highest esteem and best wishes to the members of Snellville United Methodist Church on the memorable occasion of their 130th anniversary. Therefore, I, Kelly D. Couts, Mayor of the City of Snellville, Georgia, do hereby proclaim that October 28th of each year to be Snellville United Methodist Church Day in the City of Snellville. I further commend Snellville United Methodist Church and its congregation for their unwavering commitment and dedication and contributions to the City of Snellville, and thank the church for its spiritual leadership and faithful service to our community. Proclaimed this day of October 2013. And I have Pastor Cantrell and Mr. Lasher here to accept this proclamation on the church's behalf. Some of you may remember the city celebrated its 90th birthday, so this church is older than our city charter, so thank you for your service in our community. Next, I have Proclamation 2013-23. The weekend before last, I had met this gentleman before, but 2 weekends ago, I had the opportunity to see what a remarkable gentleman he really is. And so this is Proclamation 2013-23, recognizing Pete Pike and the Pike family. Whereas the mayor and council of the city of Snellville wish to acknowledge the contributions Pete Pike and the Pike family have made to our community. Whereas Pike Nursery was founded in 1958 by owner Pete Pike with just a handful of employees. Whereas Mr. Pike grew the company to become the largest independently owned garden center in the nation, with 26 locations, $100 million in sales, and over 1,000 employees. Whereas in 1976, Pete Pike chose to open a store within the city limits of Snellville, and that store became one of Mr. Pike's favorite locations. Whereas Mr. Pike's mantra is work harder than anyone else, treat people with dignity and respect, and always have honesty and integrity in your business. Whereas over the years, Mr. Pike has bettered our community through his sound business practices, commitment to his customers, and beautiful landscaping, which creates a healthy and a sustainable environment. Whereas Mr. Pike has passed a strong business ethics and love for gardens onto his children, and in 2010, his daughter Dana kept the Snellville Nursery operating and renamed it the Family Tree Garden Center. Whereas the Pike family has done more than operate a business in Snellville, they have also given back to our community by repeatedly sponsoring community events and by giving their time and resources to the fight against Alzheimer's. Whereas we are proud that Mr. Pike chose the city of Snellville as his store's home 37 years ago, and that in 2013, the Pete Pike Museum was opened in the city of Snellville. Therefore, I, Kelly D. Couts, Mayor of the City of Snellville, Georgia, do hereby proclaim this day as the Pete Pike and Pike Family Day in the city of Snellville. On behalf of the city, I do hereby join the citizens of Snellville and customers in expressing appreciation and gratitude for their 37 years of dedicated service to our community. I extend my personal best wishes to Mr. Pike and wish him and the Pike family continued success. Mr. Pike, if you could come forward to accept this proclamation. Thank you for all you've done. When I come back to your museum, I want to see this hanging. We also have Proclamation 2013-24, Global Entrepreneurship Week in 2013 in the city of Snellville. Whereas the city of Snellville is an entrepreneurial startup company and supportive of small business owners of all ages. Whereas Global Entrepreneurship Week, November 18th through 24th, is the world's largest celebration of entrepreneurship, inspiring people to be a force for change. GEW catalyses startup communities worldwide, encompassing tens of thousands of events in more than 130 countries. Whereas the city of Snellville is encouraging existing and aspiring entrepreneurs to unleash innovative ideas using the marketplace to improve lives and make their mark. Whereas the Entrepreneurship Alliance, a partnership between Snellville, Lawrenceville, and Grayson area high schools, local entrepreneurs, and small business owners, the city of Lawrenceville and the city of Snellville are working together to launch young entrepreneurs like Snell and Sawyer. Whereas Snellville is an original entrepreneur city founded by Joseph Snell and James Sawyer, the first two merchants in southern Gwinnett County and the current business owners and residents of the city of Snellville are inspired, creative, and community-minded. And whereas like Snell and Sawyer, more than 200 young people from across South Gwinnett will gather at South Gwinnett High School to celebrate entrepreneurship. Whereas it is abundantly fitting and proper that the Council of the City of Snellville recognize the entrepreneurial spirit alive and well. Now therefore, I, Kelly D. Couts, Mayor of the City of Snellville, along with the Council and citizens of Snellville, do hereby proclaim the week of November 28, 2013, November 18th through 24th, 2013, as Global Entrepreneurship Week in Snellville, proclaimed this 28th day of October, 2013. And we have some young entrepreneurs with us here today. We have Annalisa and Haley, and then Principal Thigpen. Are you accepting this as well on behalf of South Gwinnett High School? I want to thank Principal Thigpen for being here tonight. I know being a principal, you have a busy schedule. This was a great program that South Gwinnett High School and our Economic Development Director, Eric Van Otten, started a few years ago, and so I'm happy to see this continuing. There's a great entrepreneur here in the audience, so if you're wise, you'll talk to Mr. Pike before he leaves, because I'm sure he has some information he could share with you. So, moving on now to our minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the October 14, 2013 regular business and public hearing meeting?
So moved.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. 6 in favor. All those opposed, 0 opposed. The motion stand approved. We have no invited guests tonight. Now for our committee and department reports, we have Kelly McAloon, Executive Director of the Snellville Tourism and Trade Association.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. October has been a very busy month for STAT. On October 8th, we had our last after-hours meet and greet at Summit Chase Country Club. On October 11th, the rescheduled outdoor movie Brave was shown at Briscoe Park. STAT's October 21st regular board meeting has been rescheduled for November the 4th. Applications are currently being accepted from individuals interested in serving on the Snellville Tourism and Trade Board of Directors for a 2-year term beginning in January. Please visit snellvilletourism.com for more information. All applications must be submitted and returned to STAT by November 4th. The applications will be reviewed by the Nominations Committee for consideration. Just a reminder, the next Commerce Club meeting will be held on November 12th due to city elections. That will be held on the 5th. we encourage everybody to come out and vote on November the 5th. This past Saturday, we celebrated the 4th annual Fall Festival, and wow, the festival was fabulous. I think it was our best yet. We want to thank the city for their continued support, Public Works for preparing the city for the event, and Snellville's finest police department for keeping us safe. Our sponsors and the many, many volunteers, exhibitors, food vendors, entertainers, scarecrow contest participants who helped make this event so successful. Thank you to our core volunteers who always help to set up, clean up, and throughout the event. Susan Chapelier headed up the exhibitor booths and volunteered all day. Want to thank Councilman Bobby Howard, who not only helped set up and clean up, but helped MC the canine and two-legged costume contest. Great job, everybody had a blast. Former Mayor Pro Tem Barbara Bender helped with setup and cleanup. Councilman Emanuel is always our beautification guy, who helped clean the grounds, the trash guy, clean the grounds throughout the event. Kathy Emanuel, his wife, helped out all day too. Kathy Emanuel, Marcy Ferris, and Marilyn Sweeney helped get all the vendors in place, which is really a big job. We had over 75 vendors. Allison Dugan Snipes helped all day as well. Want to thank Gretchen, Kurt, and Molly Schultz, Todd Warner and his daughter, Brenda and Harold Lee, Jean Harrison, who headed up the costume contest, my husband John McAloon and daughter Michelle McAloon, and a special thank you to Tricia Rollins, who not only helped all day at the event, but she helped me mark the vendor spaces 2 days prior to the event. She helped haul the ladder around all the poles at City Hall while I put up the bows. She went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and we hauled 90 bales of wheat straw in, and we got a trailer full of pumpkins at Sam's. So thank you, Tricia, for all your hard work and many, many hours. I also want to say a very special thank you to the service hour students from South Gwinnett High School, National Honor Society, Beta Club, and Comets in Action. These students represented themselves, their school, and this city in a very professional manner. Most of them worked all day long and very hard. We are extremely proud of them. There were also students here that volunteered from the Gwinnett School of Math and Science. They also worked all day, and we are very proud of them as well. Again, many thanks to all to help make this event such a successful one, and we're just proud to know that our 4th annual, I think, was the best of all 4 fall festivals that we've had. Our Christmas tree lighting is coming up on December 6th. We've changed the time from 5 to 8 instead of 5 to 9. Please check out the STAT website at www.snellvilletourism.com for more information. And last but not least, go to Snellville Tourism and Trade Facebook page, hit the like button, and like us. We're going for 10,000 likes. And before I close, I just want to say thank you very much to all the people who participated in the Scarecrow contest. We had 22 businesses sign up, actually 24, but 22 participated and put a scarecrow up. They worked very hard. We raised over $400 to give to the Southeast Gwinnett Food Co-op. So very proud of that, very proud of this community. And everybody just really enjoyed it. The families who drove around to check out the scarecrows, they brought them to the event. It helped decorate the event, so we were very pleased. And with that, that's it for my report.
Thank you, Ms. McAloon.
If I could, Kelly, thank you. And, you know, I'm sure I'm not speaking for everybody that was there, but around 8 o'clock that night, when we were closing everything up and getting ready to shut down, students, it was a wonderful and happy experience to have y'all there to help us between the hours of 8 and 9:30, because a bunch of us older folks were dragging pretty good. So y'all were wonderfully appreciated, and I want you to make sure that you tell everybody that was involved in that how much we appreciate it, and that would be a welcome sight anytime, and I'm sure I'm speaking for most of us that were there all day, so, but anyway, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And they were
And
great,
they'll be
too.
back, right?
And for setting up, too, because
Oh,
honestly,
yeah,
we
everything.
just couldn't have done it without them. I mean, they were great. And
No,
thank
without a
you,
doubt.
thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
it was a wonderful thing, and I want to make sure the students know how much it was appreciated.
It was, and thank you. I'm glad to see Principal Thigpen here tonight, and I'm going to send him an email personally to share as well, because really these kids should be commended. They were just very professional, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Mr. Sanders, city manager report?
I just have a quick update. Last Friday, I had the opportunity to attend a very important meeting. In addition to the regular vote for electing your elected officials for the next couple of years on November the 5th, there's also a county-wide vote on the SPLOST, Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, continuing the 1 cent that is in place now. The county has appointed a Citizens Review Committee that has been in place for a number of years. They review all of the projects that get done. They review the audit that is in place, where all those projects and the dollars that are spent are audited. On Friday, we had a chance to update that committee on everything that went on in every city in the county as well as the county. Basically updating them on well over $100 million worth of projects in the last 6 months. We make that report every 6 months, and we get feedback from those folks, and they represent you and every other elector in the county. It was amazing to me to hear all these city representatives and county representatives talk about the variety of projects that are going on out there. Transportation, public safety, recreation, projects that benefit all of us and raise the quality of life here in Gwinnett County. I'm proud of what we've done in Snellville with our little pot of money. I think the county does a good job with their dollars, and it's always a lot of fun to go back and report to that group on what's going on SPLOST-wise. And just as I guess a follow-up, Joel Black, the auditor from Malden and Jenkins, was there, gave us a glowing report on SPLOST expenditures, county and all the cities. And I just thank you for your support of SPLOST. It's very important to your local government. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders. We have no consent agenda tonight. Now for our old business under public hearing.